Hello there, and welcome to the Sage of Tarn Alpha version 0.383, June 2019. So to begin with today, I have streamlined the code slightly, added initial inheritance for primarily unit objects, so that's basically any enemy, player, throwable thing, stuff like that. So the initial version for that is in, which is nice. I have expanded the world slightly further, only visual though, but drawing out the outlines for 5 to 6 more areas, 2 sections for fast travel, and 3 towns, which I am considering to make the hub areas. In addition to that, there is more elevation in the overall level, which is good. We are slowly climbing up the mountain essentially as planned. Now, the main thing of the main addition this time around is, of course, as you can see on the screen, moving platforms, which now functionally work. There are a few small glitches with it that needs to be fixed. As you can see, they occasionally draw lines in between, like down, let me try and show it. Along the line there as an example. It's because all of the objects move on their own, so I need to make a sort of anchor for them so that they move collectively, but there is no space between. We just get to see it a little bit. Anyways, the small circle right below the guy, that is the position on the surface that we are at. The 2 circles next to his feet, or like right below his feet, as you can see up here, those are representations of where his feet need to be on the ground. Now, these move ever so slightly, and I still need to fix the animation part of it. However, mechanically speaking, we can now just run along this as if it is any other surface in the game. Doesn't matter. So that's very nice, and it was surprisingly easy to implement given the system that I have built, so that's really good. And as you can see, it works both on curves and lines, no matter the movement of the thing. Everything we've made so far works the same way, essentially. I do need to make it account for when this thing moves, account for speed. I do also need to account for potentially the moving object rotating and how that will work. However, I need to work on that on a later point. As an initial stage, this is very spicy. Let's see, I have also, of course, adjusted the moving platforms to be able to handle that, so that they now make sure that anything which is on them, follow them when they move. In terms of pending, because we don't really have any bugs this time around, not anything that's not known at least. Structuring the code is still, of course, more. I can still optimize some calculations some places. We still need the rest of the states, more alpha testing as previously. I am considering to remove making a level editor for the game for now, because it's a lot of work and I actually enjoy kind of randomly placing the things in there to sort of paint my way through it, if you will. However, loading, saving is on the menu, as well as making an actual menu. A beginning for the game. Calling off objects on off-screen still needs a bit of work. I can actually show that off. Now, one of the problems with it is that once the objects get reactivated, it can cause problems. It's not so bad if they're stable. However, if they're moving, this sort of shenanigans can happen, which is obviously not desirable. They still work, but don't touch the edges and all that. That is one thing that I would like to fix, though. Anyways, other than that, I am beginning to look a little bit into music and sound as well, just to get an idea of how to even do that. How to implement it first of all for where I want the sounds, as well as figuring out how to either make music or acquire someone who knows how to do that. Because I kind of want a good atmosphere if possible. And as generic other news, I had a nice vacation in Spain. Can definitely recommend it in mid-June. It is definitely not bad at all. A little dry perhaps, but I kind of liked it. The progress on the game is going slightly faster now, as you may have noticed. Because as soon as I have more things done, more things can be just plugged and play, which is quite nice. So yeah, Not too much other than that to tell, but it is a relatively big step. Now I completely ruined it, so I can't really re-show it, but you know. Actually, give me a second. I'm just gonna boot it up again. So we reset the moving platform to not be a jumbled pile of bricks. There we go. But yeah, having this is quite a big step. Because now I can make moving platforms of any sort of kind anywhere. Elevators, floating things, ships going across water, you name it. It doesn't even matter. So yeah. Anyways, thanks for watching as always. And I hope you look forward to the next thing. Take care.